these are lace locks. Now, I happen not to use these personally because the way that I tie my shoes doesn't really require them, but if for whatever reason you think that the reinforced Ian's knot, that's this knot that I'm tying right now, that guy, may potentially come out, then this would be your backup solution. Okay, so let's pull these out and show you what's going on here. Basically, these locks maintain tension. Now, as you're lacing up, skip one eye. This is called spider locks, as opposed to train track locks, which would be, well, I'll get to that. Go down the same side that you emerged from. Leave yourself a little bit of slack. Pass through. Tighten here before tying your knot. Make sure that the tension on the shoe itself is met by this. You also notice that I'm going in here, which means that I'm not corrugating the leather of my shoe except right there. That is both important and intentional. Now, spider locks like these are especially effective when you have a second little eye off to the side over here on both sides. That's actually what those are for. So instead of coming up, let's say we're going in these to start, then instead of going up to these, cross over and come out to the eyes that you are imagining right here, then in here, cross through the locks and then tie. That's what those are for on basketball shoes and anything that has that weird side hole. Okay, so those are spider locks. Now let's show train track locks. The reason that they're called spider locks or train track locks is because if you do that for the entire shoe, it would be a spider lacing or a train track lacing. So now we're emerging from here, the second to last eye, and going up on both sides. Then through, you can see how this sets us up a lot higher, and the crossing from inside to outside is made only right here. I don't personally think these hold quite as well as the spider locks as far as maintaining tension afterwards, but partly that's due to the design of my shoe with the metal grommets and the fact that I'm using paracord. But again, the way that I tie my shoes and the way that I have my shoes laced normally doesn't really require runner's locks. Round clear. Alright, that looks enough like runner's locks so that I don't have to redo it. No, it doesn't. That just looks like a mess. Okay, let's undo that. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. You are being really, really awesome by watching more of my videos. For example, so if you want to learn either of the shoelace knots that I've covered in the past, click here for the Ian knot, or click here for the secured Ian knot. If you want to see how I do my lacing, like this, go ahead and click in the middle. If you want to see a different way of doing lacing that is also cool, go ahead and click over here. And if you want to do absolutely as little effort as possible, well, I suppose then you would just wait until the video is over and... yeah, but something that really helps me out is if you were to subscribe or to like, because that raises my ranking in search results. I'm assuming that liking is still down here and you're not watching this 10 years from now. Maybe you have downloaded this, in which case, sure, maybe you just like the sound of my voice. And if you really like the sound of my voice that much, you would perhaps want me to keep being able to speak, so you might consider supporting me a little more directly by going to my shop and getting a couple of these. All of the paracord items that I make are quick release, and well, I'm not going to take this apart because it's been together for a very, very long time. I can totally take this one apart. Look how quick that is to get out. Isn't that so much more useful for survival than every other survival bracelet in existence? Thanks for believing in me.